Good afternoon, this is Dimitri Lascaris coming to you from the airport in Caracas, Venezuela on July 30th, 2024. I'm just heading to my departure gate. I'm about to take a flight from Caracas to Panama City. This is my original itinerary. I had always planned, when I accepted the invitation from the United Socialist Party to come to Caracas for the presidential election this past weekend, I always planned to leave on this day at this time, but last night there was a twist, shall we say. At 1 o'clock, shortly after I had fallen asleep, I got a call from one of our attachés, for the dozens of international election observers who are in my group, and we're staying at this hotel. And we were told we needed to get up immediately and come to the lobby to be taken to the airport. And the reason it was explained to us is that the government had become concerned that if we didn't go to the airport right then and there, that we might not be able to leave the country. I think the reason for this was quite simply that on yesterday, during the day, a number of delegates were unable to leave the country as they had initially planned to do on Monday, the day after the election, because anti-government protesters had blocked access to the airport in Caracas. And an additional complication was that Panama, its government, has rushed to effectively accuse the Maduro government of electoral fraud. The Maduro government has reacted by severing diplomatic relations, and this is going to bring a sudden stop to flights from Panama City to Caracas, which is one of the few ways, because of US sanctions, that you can fly into Venezuela. I actually happened to be on a Copa flight. Copa is the Panamanian airline to Panama City and connecting to the United States from there. And I'm apparently going to be on the last flight, which is about to depart before the flights from Panama City to Caracas are brought to an end. And so the other thing I'll mention before I get on this plane is that there doesn't appear to have been any violence along the route to the airport last night. It happened during the day, of course, but when we went to the airport at about 2 in the morning, it's about 45 minute drive, we didn't see any protests or any damage whatsoever. There were no fires, no unrest at all along the route to the airport from central Caracas. However, when we got close to the airport, very close, I don't know, maybe a kilometer away, there was a small community we had to go through to get into the airport. And there we saw a corner, an intersection where there were a lot of rocks strewn across the road. And so I'm inferring that that was the point at which protesters congregated to block access to the airport. But otherwise, as I mentioned, the route to the airport was quiet, calm, and it was an uneventful trip out to the airport. So we ended up sleeping during the night on the floor and on chairs in an area that's normally reserved for dignitaries here at the airport. The thumbnail to this particular video is a photograph of me sitting last night in a corner of a large ornate room. We were asked to remain, and I conferred just before getting on the plane with a Venezuelan friend of mine who is a journalist and who lives in Caracas about what is happening in the city this morning, and she was out walking around. She saw some remains of the damage overnight, including some burned cars and a new motorcycle dealership that had been vandalized. Apparently a motorcycle was stolen from this dealership, possibly by anti-government protesters. But she did not see this morning, and she was walking around the area of the Los Jardines metro station. She didn't see any unrest or protest. She did see some lineups. People seemed to be stocking up on goods in case this unrest spirals out of control. But otherwise, this city, as far as I can tell and ascertain here from here at the airport, is mostly calm today. I doubt, however, that this is an end to the unrest, and all we can do is hope that this is resolved in a peaceful manner that is in the best interest of the people of Venezuela. So this is my final report from Caracas, and I thank you for watching my coverage, and please like this video, share this video if you can, and if you don't subscribe to my YouTube channel, please do so for my journalism to have the maximal impact. Obviously, I need to reach as many people as possible. This is Dimitri Lascaris signing off from Caracas Airport on July 30th, 2024.